Yeah, we watched Erased. A quick summary. It was about a 29-year-old man, Satoru, who, in like, for no reason they didn't really explain it, but he had the ability to go back in time, and then and he tries to use that to like change events for specific people's lives. So obviously, when his mom got murdered, and that was in the very intro episode, he ends up going back 18 years in time, and then he tries to solve a way to figure out how to save his mom's life. Like, how do you guys feel about the anime?
So I feel like overall, it was enjoyable. There were some holes in the story where I wish they went into detail more, like especially with his powers, because in the beginning he mentioned how like whenever this happens, I know this is gonna happen, blah 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 blah. So I wish they provided more backstory of like, okay, well, how did he acquire these powers in the first place, and when did he start experiencing them, you know? And then I also wanted them to not have so much kind of feel like tendencies with the characters, like especially like with him going back into time. He's like a 29-year-old man stuck in an 11-year-old body, like having feelings for an 11-year-old girl. Like that just didn't feel right. So that kind of like threw me off. But besides that, I thought it was really cool. I mean, I kind of wish they talked more about his mom. I thought she was really an interesting character, you know? I think out of all, like, my favorite characters is probably the mom.
Yeah.
Just because she was, like, an empowered woman in her own right, like, raising her son.
So did you think that sci-fi aspect kind of, like, really needed to be explained, though? Like, the fact that he was able to go back in time? Because then... I guess did you ever think like, since it was more like a thriller drama?
Yeah.
So if they like went too much into that his powers, wouldn't you think that'd be more of a sci-fi anime versus like? It was like more leaning to like being a drama.
What was the tags? Like, what was the category of it?
It was
like, what was the tag?
mystery, drama, and thriller. So a lot of people are having issues with it because they didn't think they like defined the genre really well. Because in the beginning, you kind of would think it's a mystery. Technically, in some sense, he didn't try to solve the mystery. He didn't try to like figure out who the killer was. His main goal was to like save his mom. So it kind of felt like it was like a drama in some sense. That his goal was like, save this young girl, like save her at all means cost. But he didn't really like try to go out to find the serial killer. That wasn't really his. It didn't seem like that was his goal in the beginning.
No, it didn't seem like that was
I
his
thought that was
goal.
the weakest part too, is that like he has this amazing power. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna use it to like save this one girl, when he could like easily figure out the killers without going through all this crap of like hiding her in the freaking bus, like all this crap, like.
That's so true.
Like if he just solved the killer problem, then this whole he wouldn't have to he wouldn't have to follow like 500 people. Like,
like his logic was that of an 11-year-old, even though he's a 29-year-old stuck in an 11-year-old body.
Maybe it's because we're like,
know?
I don't know, like older, because it's more probably for like a high schooler generation who are watching. They probably can't think like that. It's kind of weird.
That's true.
And also, to go back to like the part you talked about the mom, like how she was like the best character kind of figure. Like she was like they didn't explain how, like when did she start investigating like
she started
the teacher, right? Like remember at the beginning she's like, I should have known it was him, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, and she already kind of had an idea of it. Like they didn't go into detail about how she knew and like how much effort she went to investigate and like all this stuff, right? Which I thought would have been more interesting for maybe an adult person, like to go through all the like the actual investigative stuff, like where it's not like so like they just throw it at you at the end. It's like, oh, there he is. He like, how'd you know? Like, or you know, like.
So then, so you wanted it to be more of like a mystery anime than like...
I enjoyed it. It was creepy. I couldn't help, I got halfway through and I couldn't help but feel it was slightly paedophilic in theme.
I know.
Like, and once I'd made that realization in my head, everywhere I looked in the storyline,
That's all you see.
grown men falling in love with children. There was.
I mean, that was the thing.
There was
I
the
mean,
guy
the
traveling back in time, slowly falling in love with a little girl.
Was he like really falling in love?
He was
Yeah,
definitely
he was
falling in love
having a
with
crush
her.
on her, like taking her away to like museum trips.
And then back in his current time life, he's slowly falling in love
With
with
a 17-year-old
17-year-old girl.
I thought the
That was a bit-
17-year-old loved him, not he
little
liked
bit
her.
weird.
No,
Yeah, but
he
the
liked
ending,
her.
was like
The
they
end,
met
yeah.
again, right? And they're like,
No, But think about it, the
Right,
ending
like-
was different. So the ending was 3 years after that. So he was 32, I think, and then she was 20 at that point. So that, or 21, and they're like, whatever.
That's such
So
a
at that
right.
point, it's like,
Yeah.
is that okay? Or,
You know, what's the rule? Divide by 2 plus 7?
yeah,
or something?
so divide,
What's the age in Japan?
I mean, what's
Actually, I don't know.
31, 30 something, 21. I mean, it's all irrelevant. I mean, she graduated high school. So that's all that mattered. But I mean, so technically she's an adult at that
But that
point.
was-
When he meets her in the bridge, he's an adult. So
I guess the one saving thing is that he didn't really live most of that time. He was like in a coma, so like
yeah.
he didn't mature, I guess. So I guess it's
Yeah, I guess that kind of at the end is sort of. I don't know, but I wonder whether that doesn't play to some weird fantasies. Yeah, but yeah, I enjoyed it. We found it really hard to get going to start with. The first
We
few
did.
episodes, I was a little bit like, "What is this nonsense?"
Why is Game making us watch this?
And then probably the point where I actually got engaged with it was when he failed the first time to prevent it.
Ah.
Had to
Came
go
back and then
Oh,
went back. And then
wow.
after then, we watched them all in about 3 nights. Previously, it had been a bit of a chore trying to get through it, and then all of a sudden,
You
bang.
mean the mom dying wasn't like didn't get you guys
it
engaged
was too
already?
early, right?
Yeah,
It's like
it was
they're
too
just
early.
setting up.
You didn't really care about
Yeah,
them.
you didn't even know who's like. There's no.
What was with her lip?
There's a bit of a culture like difference in the fact that like in Western countries like child abuse is taken way more seriously in my opinion than what they showed there. Like in that video, like all the teachers like barely cared up until like the kids started doing anything. You know, like in the US, like that shit wouldn't fly like instantly. If the teacher had any idea, like first of all, we have trouble with false accusations already. Like it's not even it's like the opposite. It's like we're so far on the like save the kids that's like.
But the teacher had like genuine reasons. It made sense. Like he was like saying I wasn't saying anything, wasn't saying anything, and he had clearly had genuine reasons not to say anything because it was a big clue to who was going to be the guy at the end.
Yeah, I know exactly. So.
The teacher had no
But the other
interest.
teachers knew too, remember? So it's like, and like the mom too, like her next door neighbor, like his mom also knew, right? It's like she didn't do anything about it either. It's kind of
Yeah.
like they confronted her, and it's like not really confronted, you know. And the child services, they like showed up. Oh, she wasn't there. Cool. That's the end of it. We're not gonna Asia in general. Like they try to keep that shit hush hush in general in Asia. Like they don't, you know, like it's more of like a family matter up until it becomes not like, you know what I mean? That's why I think there's a bit of a culture clash.
Like saving
When I was
face?
watching
I
it,
see
yeah,
that,
I was like, this would not fly here, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to understand this if I didn't like have any Asian culture background at all, you know.
Yeah.
No, I see that.
Dude, like bruises on a kid, that's like super. Like you've been arrested already, like the first time. like, there wouldn't even be a second time or like
Yeah.
years of it, you know. Like
I thought some of the characters were really interesting.
Yeah.
Like
Did
the two that were really interesting to me, not necessarily the main characters. His friend that was like a boy girl.
So,
I was wondering what they were playing at there.
so I think they were using him as like the character to throw everyone off, because then
Well, because
they
it
kinda-
did become a plot point that
Yeah.
But I know-
it couldn't be
yeah.
someone because
It couldn't be a teacher, because then like he obviously knew it was
he
like
didn't
a guy,
know that it was a girl,
but
not a
then
guy.
he was trying to throw it off like, oh, the serial killer thought these were all girls, and then because he found out this was like a guy, it was like the wrong, he like threw off
But
the
then it
trail.
turned out that the teacher did it. It was like a
Yeah.
double twist. The teacher did it because he knew he was a boy, but people would think,
I think yeah.
I don't know.
but there are a lot of like effeminate boy characters
Yeah.
in anime and stuff in general, like because they're like I don't know. There's like the
Yeah,
boy
like
love
in
stuff.
Attack on Titans, the blonde kid.
Also, another big pop out was making like the teacher, like the serial killer dude, like a council person afterwards. Like he
Yeah,
became so
that
powerful
was
after. It's like
crazy.
Well, I thought it was odd. The whole story felt like a bit of a cop out to me because
Yeah.
they spent what 6-7 episodes dealing with the first girl.
Yeah.
and
then-
then like, all the rest is
Yeah,
like
All the rest of
Yeah.
them, like the last 2 episodes, I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, I mean,
maybe they didn't
That
get
did feel
syndicated
like
for
a cop-out.
further. Like that was that many episodes they were given, and they had to finish it in that number of
yeah.
episodes.
And they started writing it and then gone, oh shit, we've got too far.
Yeah.
Quick, hurry up.
No, because it happens a lot of times in anime,
It
like
does,
adaptations, because they get
yeah.
they get paid for like one season, right?
Yeah.
And so they want to be ambitious, and they make a really cool beginning. Like so many episodes are like really deep, and then it's like, oh, people didn't like it, they didn't want to watch it, so we gotta finish it now because we're not gonna have a second season. So
So
it's
they
like,
have to tie up all the
Yeah.
story.
Finish the
That's
story.
how most of it. It usually goes in the first 6. They'll figure out if they're gonna get 6 more episodes or like 18.
I wish American shows would do that
Yeah,
rather
they
than
do,
just
they
do
stop.
that.
They don't. They
They
just
do
stop.
that.
They get to the end of the season, don't get renewed, and they
American
stop on a
episodes-
cliffhanger.
American shows do that. It's either like they start off with the first 4 or 5, and then they'll either get like up to 11, or the show ends right there, or they go to the full 22 episodes. So
in America, like once you pass the pilot episode, you get the whole season, right? Like
Do you guys have like a favorite scene or a favorite or?
It's gonna sound so like superficial. I like the butterfly when it comes because it's all like
No, Michelle likes that
shimmery.
too. Michelle likes that part a lot.
I like the butterfly when it came. It's nice and shimmery.
oh yeah, and the butterfly thing was the significance of that. And they didn't
Butterfly
explain that.
effect.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
what I
the
was
concept.
thinking.
It's in a westernized idea, like the butterfly effect. When you change the path, there's all these other branches it hits. So that was
Except
the
they kind
butterfly.
of didn't do that because like every time he would change something fast, it didn't change anything at all. Remember, he's like it's still happening, right?
No, but
Like,
you saved the two kids.
no, but do you see how it's like not like in a lot of things he did, he was always like, oh, I couldn't change it, even though I did this different. Like the days changed, but like it's still following the same timeline. Like she still gets kidnapped, or
Yeah, that was the thing.
Like,
it kind
so
of.
like it's not a butterfly effect because it didn't change.
It's the
it.
absolute opposite of the butterfly effect because
Exactly.
he's trying to change stuff and everything's fighting to put it back
Converge it
to where
back,
it
yeah.
was,
Okay.
which
that's
is
like-
totally the opposite thing.
Wait, but in the end he did change.
But the
it,
butterfly effect is that you change something tiny and it
And it's
has
just everything
massive repercussions.
Like, yeah, like
He did do something there. He like
No, but
he
it-
like stopped
But he
there.
fought for like weeks to do it. And he tried, and
And it wasn't a
the
massive
timeline
change.
kept diverging and then coming
it
back to
wasn't a
what he
massive
remembered.
change, right? It was just like
Yeah.
a little bit of change. Like he saved a few people. Like a massive change has been like he stepped on a branch and like everybody died at the end. Like 'cause like shit just got real. Like that's a butterfly effect, right?
Shit
I think
just
we're going
got
too
real.
much into like that guy. Like who was that actor who did that? Who did that American movie, The Butterfly Effect?
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton. It could easily be like a big enough bit. He saved like 3 people's lives. That's a good enough for a butterfly effect. Or
The whole point of the butterfly is it's the wing beating, causing a hurricane
Like,
across
super
the
minuscule
ocean,
causes
right?
something massive, right? Whereas his like he's doing big things, right? And it's like not really helping. Like it's like yeah.
he didn't really do that much. He just like had her sleep over
And
for like 2 days.
he's doing really big things. He's like a grown man
really, yeah.
sleazing on a tiny
Yeah.
little girl,
Yeah.
and then even that it can't change anything.
I know it has to go back into time to try to work it out again.
Alright. I see that. I see how that works. Like,
So this author, I think maybe he's like not as intelligent as he thinks he is. Like he tried to be.
he's trying. He's trying to appeal to us Americans. Yeah.
trying to be
Yeah,
Trying.
butterfly effect. I'm gonna
Trying.
incorporate this.
He tried to be really clever, but like
Yeah.
I just felt like he tried to be really clever most of the time,
Yeah.
but not really like wasn't really like intelligently planned out. It was
Yeah.
just like, oh, this is super clever. Like they're gonna super love this. Like
Yeah.
oh, this trick, this twist. This.
Well, so then, how did you guys like the ending?
And the ending was ended the way. Well, aside from like the whole meeting up with Arya again, that was kind of out of my.
You weren't a fan of that?
I don't know, like, why'd they have to pick such a young girl? Like, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Like,
She was 20.
I
She was appropriate
it's kinda
age.
weird.
But the thing is, at the end, they kind of made it all right because he'd been in a coma.
Yeah,
Like, all of a sudden, all his weird, like, paedophilic fantasies came
But he
true.
got his memory back.
And he got to do it because it was
Oh,
the same girl, but all of a sudden they were the same age. It
Yeah.
was like,
I kind of was sad because he didn't get with the girl he saved, but I thought that was
Yeah.
the thing. Like, he saved her, she likes him, he likes her
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
And like, he's in a coma, so I'm gonna marry his best friend. Too bad, suck you. It's like, what?
That's true.
but maybe that was because he changed time by saving his friend. Because it was the one he
Ah,
saved.
That's
that
right.
took his-
Oh,
sure, he saved both of them.
He saved him, and then he stole his girl.
Was there a moment?
That's
Was there a
karma.
moment that
I
you?
want to help my friend out. He steals my girl.
Did you? Okay.
Was it a happy ending? It was just an ending.
I mean,
But no,
it's a
no,
pretty
but
happy
were you-
ending,
were you
right?
Like, it wasn't
Were
super
you-
happy, it wasn't super
Were
sad,
you
it was...
satisfied with the ending? Well, I mean, he becomes like a good manga artist.
Except the mom got shafted the most. I
I know
feel
she
like.
lost her career.
Like, she lost her
but-
career. She had to take care of her son for like 15 years, and she didn't get like a new
Yeah,
husband or anything. So
but
like,
she-
I felt bad for the mom to be honest. Like, she got shafted the most of anybody. Like, what a
Not
shitty
feeling
son,
it.
man.
What she said.
Just pull the plug. Click.
Pull that plug.
Yeah.
Dude. Now we know.
That's pretty hardcore.
That's some hardcore stuff right there. So if you guys could rate it 1 out of 10, what would you score it?
I'd give it a 7. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I did
7.
enjoy it.
You did
Yeah.
I was thinking 7 for me too.
That was a good one.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say 8.
an 8? Yeah.
Even though although I talked a lot of shit about it, it was still alright.
We like the theme tune.
We did. Oh my God, Simon would keep singing it. Like he doesn't know Japanese, and he would just try to make up words using the same tune.
Yes.
I thought the production value was high. That's
The
Yeah,
production,
definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
production value was definitely high.
If you could pick like what aspect of the food did you think was like a really important to the show?
Aspect of food.
Like if you could think like one item of food that was like a good part of the show, what would you think?
That
Curry.
the breakfast that made her cry,
The
clearly.
breakfast made her cry, but then the curry too, because the mom was all
Yeah, I
about
thought
the
the
curry.
curry,
Oh, yeah.
the curry was really important. She'd make that a lot. Is
Curry
that?
is like a family thing in Japan,
Yeah.
right? So it's like you make a big pot, you got a lot of people eat it, but like I guess they never had a lot of people eat it. So
But it's when she got up and she came out, having stayed at their house, right?
That
With the
that
breakfast.
scene
They had the
hit
breakfast
you?
on the
That
family,
scene hits you.
and she's
That
like,
scene make
Oh
you
my
feel
God.
something, Simon?
yeah.
Yeah.
another thing that's interesting about Japan is that they're really like independent. Their kids are allowed to like leave at like odd hours of the day to just do whatever the fuck they want. Like my kids are not going at like 2 a.m. out to a freaking bus like, oh I'm gonna go visit my friend. Like hell no, go back to bed. Like,
Seriously.
Sure. Okay.
no, but like I just know for a fact in Japan, kids are really independent compared to like here. Like kids go to school by themselves and stuff. Like here, that doesn't happen. You know? It's like
That's because they spend like all day at school, though.
yeah. But
So
like,
you know where they're at. Whereas here, you
but still,
don't know
like
where they're at.
at like 10 or I don't know how late they're at, but like if they're like sneaking at night to like kidnap the girl, like Kylo, right, to like save her, like fake kidnap her, it's like 2 a.m. right? Like mom's like, oh, you're just going out, okay, see you later. Dude, like what?
Yeah.
Like a 10-year-old, like
I'm glad you brought up the scene. That was one of the most touching scenes of the year. Like that was like
crying scene.
The breakfast
the
scene.
breakfast scene. Like that
That's
was.
really sweet.
Did you guys cry?
I
might have teared up a little bit.
You did?
I don't know.
You
Yeah, a
really?
little bit. I felt a little feels. I got a little feels.
Okay. That's good to hear.
Like when the mom died, that was hard.
That was too early for me. Like I barely knew
Yeah,
her.
I wasn't invested at that point. I was like,
I was
She had
you
silly
thought-
lips.
I thought she was like, I thought she was gonna be smarter. And I was like, you should have known, man. Like you just outed the guy. Aren't you gonna like try to have some
She
protection?
didn't know he knew. She probably was like,
Or like the door's not even locked. Like what?
Yeah, that was right. The door wasn't even locked.
I thought they were like more okay. They're okay.
Like I thought she was
keeping
just
the door
dumb. Like
open.
oh, you left the door open. Well, too bad for you. Like you're dumb.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you lock the door?
All right. Well, thanks.